So I'm gonna make a quick video about the some of the relic farming locations. Um, this isn't a guide on like on the best places to open the relic, but this is a video I wanted to make on one of the spots that people might want to check out to get it. Um, so this is picking up where the video cut off. So basically, what I'm showing is that Cinna is having a 20% drop chance booster. Um, all those other affinity things to help you rank up faster. Um, so what I basically said in this part was that 20% drop chance, seeing as the relic that you're needing for really is on the drop table, that it's 20% less work you have to do. I then proceed to go into a mission, and yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I walk around and I talk about some stuff here. And it's not really necessary. What I'm basically talking about is how the relic that you'll need for one of the relics that you'll need will drop from the first after the first wave. So wave, yeah. Well, that's wave 2. But after the first wave, that's probably why I didn't get it. It will show up in the loot table. It does have, I want to put a caveat on that, it does have a chance of showing up after that, but the longer you stay in a defense mission, the less of a chance you have of actually getting what you want, especially if it's I'm going to say a lower end relic like Lith. And then after that point, I go on to basically talk about how in this map especially there are rooms underneath the platform where enemies can spawn in and get stuck in the ceiling. As I go down here, yeah. And I showed the rooms off a bit where they would spawn in. And let's see, I might cut out some of the parts of the video. I know what I end up talking about is how right now, since this is a fairly new Warframe, even if you're not wanting to get any of the new Warframes, if you're wanting to run, if you're needing to complete the star chart and you're wanting to run defense missions or you need to, I would run them now, just to be able to have people to match up with. There will always be people to match up with, but usually when they release a new Warframe or new content, there's always people flooding to that new content, and especially with the drop chance booster, it benefits. Yeah, it benefits other people as well. And like I said, if you're focused farming on something, don't feel bad about leaving. Defense missions are really good. They're called endless missions, and on endless missions, you can leave anytime you want after the after each wave, right? Survival is a little bit different. You can leave anytime, absolutely anytime you want when the extraction sign pops up, the green indicator or icon, and then I go in again to try to get it, and just by luck I got it before I started recording. So I would say don't feel bad, and go in there with a group. If you're going to go in with a group, make it very clear that this is what you're doing, and whoever you're with may not want to. So in many cases, it is good to do these by yourself and just run with random people. Now, a question someone might ask is why would you focus farm any relic when you could just put one on and jump into a fisher mission to open one? And I would say that's a good question. It wouldn't matter when you get to the Neo, Axie, and Meso relics because they're a little bit rarer. The only time you'd have a lot is if you're really good at the game or you've been playing for a long time, or you're just really good at trading with other players. But generally, as a rule, starting out and just, you know, if you have a schedule, you know, a job or whatever, that you need to do, then you can't play every day. So list relics you'll get from just doing base level missions, like just starting out doing the star chart. And by the time you start actually wanting to farm primes and weapons, you will have so many of the damn things, and everybody has tons of them, right? It's almost like they're a weed popping up. That your chances of getting what you want without having to put the relic in that you're looking for is it's like basically winning the lottery. And not to mention you're dealing with RNG or, you know, rule table or loot table. Whereas the other higher end relics are a lot rarer, and I would say still hold on to those as well until you have a Warframe you're looking for or a gun. But with those, you have a higher chance of getting what you want without putting the same relic in, right? And when you start opening those relics, you run into a higher caliber of player that has been playing for a lot longer. You run into, you know, the people who have everything and they just want to sell it on the market to get platinum. That being said, with those are when you encounter groups like those people, they are a lot more tight knit. They operate like a well-oiled machine, and they generally know what they want, and be prepared to stay for a long time, right? If you don't think you can pull your weight, then I would just, you know, know what you can do. And like I said, if you're at the point where you're opening Miso, Axie, and Neo relics, you should be a little bit better at the game, right? I still didn't get it, so I left out for this one. Yeah, and so another point I brought up about this is look at your there's a relic station either in your ship, and if you're in your ship starting out from where the navigation is, you're going to want to turn right around, go down a ramp past Nightwave, and then you're going to want to keep going back, and it's going to be on your right, and it will look like a cabbage or a head of lettuce. I need you to search in the relic you want. If you're finding that everything's grayed out, like you'll see real shortly, like that. Okay, so two are lit up and the other two are grayed out. Then you can go back to navigation. Before you go back to navigation, what you want to do on this screen that I'm on right now is you want to look and see what part of that Warframe comes out in the Lith Relic, and what, if any of that part comes out, if it's not a weapon. Generally they'll have the weapon parts in the Lith Relics and the common. And rare exceptions like this one, it will be in common and in Lith. So I believe it's Lith Z4 has the chassis, and you're just going to want to figure out where those come from. If you are looking for a particular relic, you're going to want to go back up by the navigation, and there is a codex console. You're going to want to click on that, and you're going to want to go to universe, and it's going to show arcanes and relics, and you're going to want to go up and search for what you're looking for, and it will tell you. It will just like scroll all the way down. That shows where it drops from, and those are all the different nodes, missions, and like planets, vendors, everything you can get that relic from. Let's see what else. Yeah, and then what you're going to want to do is, if you're on PlayStation, computer, or whatever, you're going to want to take a screenshot of that, because you won't remember, and it's always good to have a screenshot of the current Warframe relic you're going after, because if you do encounter someone in the wild, like, hey, you haven't found it still, like, can you trade? Do you want to trade? Right? And if you're a part of most clans, or dojos as they call them in the game, there are people that would be willing to trade with you. Um, People have been playing for a long time. Sometimes, if you're not an asshole, you'll come across higher level players that are either leaving the game or they want to help out, would be willing to, you know, give it to you. That's a little bit more rare, and never ask. Never ask for a prime Warframe. One, because prime Warframes are different the way they're handled in the game, and two, you have a certain amount of Warframe slots, right? So, especially if you're starting out, don't go after primes right away, right? Look for one you might really like, and try to get it, and then keep it for a while, and then by the time you want to start farming more, then you know the one you're using, right? If it looks cool, if you think it looks like it plays well, then go for it. Anyway, this video will live on my Twitter account. It will be on my YouTube account anyway, because I have to post it to YouTube and then I post it to Twitter. My schedule, real quick, for Twitter is a day. I kind of broke that recently, but usually my schedule, I post something a day, and then when the day rolls over, I post another thing, which gives me time to edit and get everything else together. Anyway.